Also, is it safe to use Newswire repeatedly for weekly submissions? Yeah, it is. The only reason why we talk about mixing up PR providers is because especially if you're doing PR stacking, well, even if you're doing direct press releases to like money sites, for example, as your target URLs like money sites or maps listings and stuff like that, is if you repeatedly hit it over and over again to the same distribution network, there comes a point where there's diminishing returns. And I don't know what that point is, like when that threshold occurs or when what it takes to cross that threshold. But I do know that I've experienced through, especially when I was testing all the stuff that I did for Local PR Pro, which is our training on how to do press release stacking and how to use press releases for ranking in the Maps pack really, really quickly. Anyways, when I was doing all my testing for that, I found that when I started to vary the distribution networks, so essentially newswire.net was one of them, Press Cable, which is Chris Munch's. We also have 2 press release services in SERP space that we use. So I have 2 distribution networks there. Plus, so my point is I've used as many as 4 different distribution networks for a PR stack for one business. So if I'm going to do 4 press releases, I might use 4 different distribution networks, and then I get a much more diverse backlink profile, right? Because there are a number of sites that are going to be present on almost every distribution network. They're common because they're easy to, they're press cables that are popular and they're easy access. But every single distribution network are going to have some of their own unique distribution partners that the others do not. And that's why I said that's the only reason why I would recommend that you have, if PRs or press releases is your like one of your main services that you provide for your business, then I would recommend that you get some subscriptions in some other press release distribution networks so that you have that diversity available, right? Guys, I love press releases. I think they're absolutely amazing. I freaking love them. For SEO purposes, I use press releases like they're going out of style. It's one of my primary methods for getting results now is just using press releases. I mean, in addition to the other SM stuff, like Semantic Mastery stuff that we do, Drive Stack, syndication networks, now Local GMB Pro. But press releases are my go-to thing, guys, when I need quick movement, when I need backlinks, when I need citations. It's just they're super, super powerful. So I use a number of different services, distribution networks, and I recommend that you do as well. Okay.
Well, one of the things that works really well for me, and I only do this for stuff that really, really matters, is I'll set up a press release stack the way that we teach in Local PR Pro, and then somewhere along that stack, sometimes the very last one, I'll hit it with something like PR Web. Now, guys, before you go, it's expensive, right? If you choose, I think the top level is something like $400. The next one down is nearly $300. I always choose the next one down from the top. But you get so much exposure and distribution that it'll help push everything that you've done with the PR stack. Now, again, I do this when it's something, maybe I've come across something that's really difficult, but I know that my client is going to make a ton of money. And so I'll go and I'll get one of these releases. Again, PR Web is one. And I forget the one owned by I always forget the name, the one owned by Warren Buffett. They have a press release service. But either one, you can't go wrong, but you will have to spend the money. But then again, just charge the client for it.
Yep. Awesome. But yeah, KD, a great service. I'm telling you, like, actually, yeah, this gives me an opportunity real quick to point something out. So I'm developing, a prospecting funnel. I've been working on it for fucking months, man. Like, no kidding, months and months and months. It's taken so much longer than I planned, but I'm glad though, because it is difficult to set up and to, through trial and error to get it to work. But because of that, it means not many others out there are willing to do it, which means we're going to have a unique product that works incredibly well. And I'm teaching everybody in Mastermind how to do it, how to build these prospecting funnels. And the ultimate goal is, once I have it down, and like the prospecting funnel is absolutely working incredibly well. Our sales process still sucks for selling. It's still in development, but the prospecting funnel is working incredibly well. And the reason I bring this up is because actually my outreach campaign, the cold prospecting emails, because we're using cold outreach emails as right now is our primary prospecting method, and it's working like crazy. I'm going to show you my pipe drive account here in just a moment for the agency that I've been testing all this stuff on, which is my own agency, Big Bamboo Marketing. I've been targeting specifically tree service contractors, but the outreach sequence that I'm using, the cold email sequence that I'm using, is a modified sequence that I got from Press Cable, because I have, I just mentioned that I use Chris Munch's Press Cable as one of my distribution networks for press releases. And I have a white label reseller agency account with them. And one of the things that they have inside there is we should get, by the way, we should probably get with Chris Munch at some point and do a promo for Press Cable, because I do use it so much, guys. So if somebody wants to make a note of that. Anyways, it's a good service. So he's got this white label agency like email campaign thing in there that they'll do all the emailing from their servers. I don't recommend it though. And here's why. Because first of all, it's templated content. And guys, templated content, if it gets used by too many people, well, Google's servers and mail filters, it will filter it out. It will send it to spam or send it directly to promotional, because Google has machine learning, guys, and Google will recognize the same message being sent by dozens and dozens of emails, or even hundreds or even thousands of emails, sending from domains and such. And so Google will actually start filtering and automatically classifying certain emails as spam. And so inside Press Cable, if you use, and I'm not speaking bad about it, I think it's good, but what I'm saying is the templates, the email templates are, I guarantee you that most people don't go in and edit them considerably, which is what you should do, right? Anytime somebody gives you an email template, a sequence that's been templated, you should go in and edit it, customize it specific for your business, and change the messaging so that it's specific for your messaging. Because again, then it becomes unique and it won't get caught up in the spam filters if too many people use it. So that's number one. But number two, they also do the mailing from their own sending domains. And I found through testing that most of them are undeliverable, or they get rejected by webmail hosts, or they go to spam or promotional folder. And I know because I've tested them. So what I did was I actually pulled all the email copy out, edited everything to be more specific to my business. And then I started sending using Gmass and my own sending domains through G Suite. So Google Apps and Google Suite. And so now I'm using gmass.co, which is fabulous. It's great for cold outreach prospecting emails. And I'm using that plus my own sending domains, which are alias domains in a G Suite account. Okay. And we're getting incredible results. And here, let me show you, just to prove to you guys, this is from 3 weeks of mailing. Take a look at this. I know it's small on your end, but this is from 3 weeks of consistent mailing as of yesterday. And we only mail Monday through Friday. And you can see I've got 36 active leads in my pipeline right now. All tree services, because I mentioned that I'm targeting specifically tree service companies. The reason I'm telling you all this is because I'm using the Press Cable sequence that's a modified version of it, specific to my business, where we're pitching PR services on the front end. And that's what's actually filling this pipeline right now. And again, this is we started on Tuesday 3 weeks ago. We've been mailing 5 days a week for 3 weeks. And we've got 36 inbound leads, which is crazy, right? This has been by far the most successful prospecting method I've used. And PRs are a great front end product, especially because you can get really quick wins. And so that's kind of what our pitch is on the front end right now, is using PR press releases to kind of get their attention. Okay. So anyways, great that you're doing that. I like to see it when other people are running with something that works, and I know that they work.